Chosen ones, stop scrolling. This is not another video. It is a message from Source. If these words have found you, it is because you were meant to hear them. This week, from August 22nd through August 28th, you are standing at a cosmic checkpoint, a hidden gateway in time that few will ever recognize. Most will pass through this week as if it were ordinary, but you are not ordinary. You were chosen to see the signs, to feel the shift, and to understand that destiny itself is calling your name. The numbers tell the story. 22 and 8 converge now, creating a master vibration, a numerological lock-in of karmic settlement. What this means is simple yet profound. The choices you make, the words you speak, and the silences you keep will ripple out into the next 9 years of your life. One careless word, one broken silence, could redirect your path entirely. This is why silence becomes your shield. It is not emptiness, it is sacred protection. In silence, you align with Source. You preserve the energy that is attempting to rebirth you. But a word, spoken without awareness, becomes a weapon, cutting not only into others but into your own unfolding destiny. This week demands consciousness like never before. Most people will waste these days on chatter, gossip, distraction. They will break the silence and scatter their light. But the chosen will guard their voice. They will recognize that the pause between breaths holds more power than 1,000 sentences. They will see that every sound they release into the universe is a seed. And this week, those seeds take root faster than ever before. You are not here by chance. You are here because your soul has been prepared for this exact alignment. This week, you decide not only how you walk into the coming months, but how your next 9-year cycle unfolds. Wealth or scarcity, love or loneliness, expansion or limitation. The difference rests in whether you wield your words or let them wield you. So hear me clearly. Silence is not weakness. It is strength. It is the womb of creation. And your choice, between silence and speech, between shield and weapon, will carve the road ahead. Protect your energy. Protect your words. Protect your becoming. This is not a coincidence. This is your checkpoint, and Source has delivered this message so you do not miss it. Because if you are still here, listening, then you are already among the few, the ones awake enough to hear the warning, the ones chosen to step forward with power. And in the silence, you will discover the truth. Your destiny is listening too, waiting for the signal you give it this week. On August 22nd, the first seal opens. This is not poetry, not metaphor. It is the truth written into the fabric of time. The 22nd day carries the vibration of the Master Builder, the number 22. For those who know, this is the most sacred of the Master Numbers. It is the architect of destiny, the one that takes visions from heaven and anchors them into earth. On this day, invisible contracts are written in light, soul agreements, karmic debts, promises made before birth, all rise to the surface now, demanding acknowledgement. But here lies the mystery. The seal does not open with noise. It opens with silence. Cosmic silence is the key, and you must understand this. On August 22nd, every word you speak carries amplified weight. To complain, to gossip, to criticize, to lower your frequency with careless sounds is to write chaos into your contract. Silence, however, protects you. Silence ensures that only Source speaks through you. Many of you have already begun to feel the symptoms, the dizziness, as if gravity itself is shifting under your feet, the ringing in the ears, which is not tinnitus but a higher frequency trying to tune your spirit to a new wavelength, the strange, vivid dreams that make no sense to the mind but echo with truth in the heart, the sensation of floating outside your own body, detached yet strangely aware. These are not accidents. These are signs of the seal opening. You are being recalibrated. This is the beginning of the shadow purge. It will not be comfortable. Old wounds you thought were healed may resurface. Memories you buried may demand to be seen. Emotional triggers will rise like waves, pulling you toward reaction. But you must not react. This is the test. This is the trial of the first seal. If you lash out, if you defend, if you fight back with words or anger, you bind yourself deeper to the very patterns you were sent here to dissolve. Instead, you must witness. Become the silent observer. See the anger, but do not feed it. Feel the grief, but do not drown in it. Watch the fear, but do not bow to it. This is what separates the chosen from the unready. Most will lash out, believing their emotions to be truth. But the awakened know the truth is beyond the reaction. The truth is in the stillness, in the silence, in the cosmic pause where destiny rewrites itself. On August 22nd, you are not asked to fight. You are asked to surrender. You are asked to trust that every symptom is a sign of alignment, every dream, a message, every silence, a weapon of light. This is the day you step into your role as co-creator with Source. The first seal has opened, and with it, your next chapter begins. Do not speak what lowers your frequency. Do not react to what triggers your shadow. Stand in silence, for in silence you are strongest. Because remember this, contracts are being written now, not by lawyers, not by governments, but by the universe itself. Your every thought, your every vibration, is ink on the pages of your soul's record. And if you are still listening, it is because you are meant to be among the ones who write with light. August 22 is not just another day. It is the seal, the beginning, the shift. Honor it in silence, and you will see what others cannot. On August 23rd, the great checkpoint arrives. If August 22 opened the first seal, then August 23 is where the true trial begins. The energy that was stirring yesterday now intensifies, magnified as solar and lunar codes converge into one stream of frequency. It is as if the sun and the moon, two eternal opposites, speak in unison, sending a pulse through the human heart. You may feel it as pressure in your chest, a tightness in your throat, or even a strange stillness in the air. But do not mistake it for discomfort. This is alignment. This is the universe calibrating your soul for the journey ahead. And here is the warning you must hear. This is the day your silence will be tested. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, today. On August 23rd, the temptations come. A sudden argument. A phone call that stirs old wounds. A careless question from someone who does not understand your path. One careless conversation could sever the alignment you worked so hard to hold. One misplaced word could echo into the next 9 years, binding you to lessons you were ready to leave behind. The visions are clear. I see gates rising, veils parting, and a divine notary with a pen of light, writing contracts in the ether. Every word you speak today becomes ink on that contract. If you curse yourself. If you doubt, you bind yourself to doubt. But if you guard your silence, if you protect your frequency, then the contract is written in favor of your becoming. Words carry binding energy today. Do not underestimate this truth. Most will fail this test. They will talk to fill the silence, not realizing that silence is the very shield that protects them. They will react, they will gossip, they will confess, secrets that were not ready to be spoken, and they will wonder later why the gates did not open for them. But you, if you are still here, listening, it is because you are called to be different. You are called to hold the line of silence, to guard your energy as if your destiny depends on it. Because it does. You may feel the urge to explain yourself, today, to defend, to justify, to clarify. Resist. Let the silence speak for you. You may feel the weight of triggers pressing on your chest, demanding release. Do not give them your voice. Hold them, witness them. Let them dissolve into light. Every time you remain silent today, you pass through another veil. Every silence is a victory. Imagine the gates. Imagine the notary. Imagine your soul contract being signed not with your hand, but with your vibration. What you speak becomes law. What you remain silent about dissolves. This is sacred law, not human law. This is why the ancients spoke so little, why mystics guarded their words, why prophets chose silence before revelation. They knew what you are learning now, that words shape destiny. So let today be holy. Let today be quiet. If you must speak, let it be only words of blessing, only words that rise in frequency. Otherwise, let your silence carry you through. For when the sun and the moon align their codes, your soul is measured, weighed, and recorded. Let the record show that you chose wisdom, that you chose silence, that you chose to protect your becoming. Because August 23 is not just another date. It is the checkpoint, the place where destiny pauses, waiting for your decision. And if you pass this test, if you protect your silence, then the gates will open wide, and what is written for you will shine brighter than you have ever known. On August 24th, the energy shifts into what can only be called the mirror day. If you thought the silence of August 22 and the checkpoint of August 23 were challenging, this is the day when the test moves closer, into your heart and into your relationships. This is when shadows you thought were long gone rise again, but not as whispers inside your own mind. No, today they will come through the faces and voices of the people closest to you, a partner's tone, a friend's sudden distance, a family member's sharp words. These will all become mirrors reflecting the unhealed fragments of your soul. This is why today feels so raw. It is not because others are against you. It is not betrayal, though it may appear that way. It is not attack, though it may feel like it in the moment. It is purging. The universe is pulling the shadows out of you, and the only way they can rise is by being projected through the relationships that matter most. Expect arguments, misunderstandings, sudden waves of jealousy or doubt. Expect the sting of old wounds to resurface in conversation, even when you thought they were closed forever. Do not confuse this with failure. It is not regression, it is cleansing. These energies cannot follow you into the next cycle. They must surface now so they can leave. The greatest danger on this day is reaction. To defend yourself, to accuse, to lash out, is to step back into the shadow. This is why silence is still your greatest shield. Do not defend, for defense only ties you deeper to the story. Do not accuse, for accusation only multiplies the energy. Instead, witness, breathe. Hold the silence as your sanctuary. The mirror will tempt you to break it. It will tempt you to believe that what you are seeing is about them, but it is not. Every word, every trigger is a reflection of something within you that is leaving. And if you can allow it to rise without feeding it, then it dissolves. This is how you pass through August 24th. So here is the activation you must hold. I am the keeper of my frequency. Say it as the shadows rise. Say it as the words sting. Say it when you feel the urge to explain or justify yourself. I am the keeper of my frequency. This affirmation is not just a phrase. It is a shield, a sword, and a key. It reminds you that no one outside of you has the power to dictate your vibration. Only you do. If you can hold this truth today, then what feels like conflict becomes liberation. What feels like loss becomes cleansing. And what feels like betrayal becomes the final purge before the light returns. Remember, this is not an attack. It is the universe preparing you, stripping away what you cannot carry into your next chapter. So when the mirror rises before you, do not shatter it. Do not fight it. Simply look, breathe, and let it dissolve. Because on the other side of this, purge is clarity, freedom, and alignment that no shadow can touch. On August 25th, the intensity of this passage deepens, and for many of you it will be felt not in the mind or emotions, but in the body itself. The heavens are forming what astrologers call a T-square, where the Sun, the Moon, and Pluto lock into tension. This is not gentle energy. This is pressure, a cosmic squeeze that compresses the body like a diamond in the making. You may feel it as heart flutters, as though your chest cannot decide if it wants to expand or collapse. You may feel it as migraines, sharp pulses of light behind the eyes, headaches that no medicine seems to soften. Your bones may ache, as if they remember lifetimes of weight being shed in this very moment. Sleep may escape you, insomnia stretching into the night, or waves of exhaustion may suddenly pull you under at midday. Understand this. You are not sick. You are metamorphosing. These symptoms are not punishment. They are not signs of weakness. They are the markers of your body being rewritten, cell by cell, into a higher frequency. Your heart flutters because it is syncing with a new rhythm of light. Your bones ache because they are hollowing out the density of the old. Your mind spins, in headache because it is expanding beyond the limits you once believed were true. Exhaustion comes not to harm you but to reset you, to slow you down long enough that your body can catch up to your soul. Most will run to doctors, to pills, to distractions, terrified by what their body is speaking. But you, if you are still, listening, you know this is different. This is initiation. Every pain is proof you are being recoded. Every pulse of discomfort is evidence that Source has not abandoned you, but is working more deeply within you than ever before. So what can you do? First, water. Drink it with intention. See it not as ordinary water, but as liquid light cleansing. Your cells. Add minerals. Trace elements that anchor the energy into the physical. Magnesium, potassium, natural salts, these are allies now. Second, grounding rituals. Walk barefoot upon the earth. Place your hands on living trees. Let your body remember that it belongs not only to heaven, but to soil. And third, intentional breath. Do not underestimate it. When the pressure grows, close your eyes and breathe, as if you are breathing with the universe itself. Inhale light, exhale resistance. Inhale peace, exhale fear. On this day, the greatest gift you can give yourself is gentleness. Rest when you must. Move when you can. Listen to the subtle instructions of your body, for it is wiser than the mind. Do not fight the symptoms, for what you resist will only tighten. Instead, bless them. Every ache is the sound of chains breaking. Every flutter is the rhythm of wings preparing to unfold. Remember, Chosen One, August 25th, is not here to break you. It is here to rebuild you. You are not fragile. You are transforming. And if the symptoms feel overwhelming, whisper this truth to yourself. I am not sick. I am ascending. On August 26th, the body continues its dialogue with the cosmos, and if yesterday felt heavy, today feels holy. The pressure of the T-square alignment does not ease overnight. Instead, it shifts its focus, asking you to see your body not as an obstacle, but as a temple. This is the revelation of August 26th. The flesh you wear, the bones you carry, the breath you take, these are not random biological accidents. They are sacred vessels of light, and in this moment, they are being rebuilt, cell by cell, into something new. The symptoms may continue. Heart flutters that come like whispers of wings against the rib cage, migraines that burn like lightning flashes through the skull, deep aches in the bones, as if your very skeleton is stretching to hold more light. Sleep may elude you still, your body waking at strange hours as though tuned to a cosmic clock that does not follow earthly time. or exhaustion may strike suddenly, pulling you into stillness. But today, the message is clearer than before. Do not fear these signs. They are confirmations. You are being recoded. What you feel as discomfort is actually expansion. The heart is learning to carry frequencies of love that would once have shattered it. The head is adjusting to visions, insights, and intuitions your old self could not have contained. The bones, the densest part of your body, are being purified, releasing ancestral weight you were never meant to keep. Every symptom is holy. Every sensation is the body's testimony that ascension is real. The danger today is doubt. Most will believe they are sick, weak, or broken. But you, if you are still listening, must remember, this is metamorphosis. A caterpillar cannot fly until its body dissolves into something unrecognizable. You are in that same process. The exhaustion, the flutters, the pain, they are proof that the cocoon is cracking open. You are not dying. You are being born. How do you walk through August 26? With reverence. Drink water as though it is medicine. Not hurried, not careless. Each sip a blessing. Add minerals, salts, the earth's own codes to strengthen your temple. Place your feet upon the ground. Feel the heartbeat of Gaia beneath. You, let her energy stabilize what feels unstable. And above all, breathe. Long, slow, intentional breaths. Inhale as though you are welcoming light. Exhale as though you are releasing centuries of density. Every ache is proof. Every flutter is prophecy. Every restless night is the sign that your soul is rewriting the schedule of your body. Do not curse it. Do not fight it. Bless it. Honor it. Whisper this as often as you need. My body is my temple. Every cell is becoming light. Because today, on August 26th, the body proves what the spirit has always known. You were never ordinary flesh. You are the temple of ascension, and every symptom is the sound of sacred construction, preparing you for the life you are destined to live. On August 27th, we come to the fork in the road. This is the day of bifurcation, where the timelines themselves begin to split. The energies of the past week have been building to this moment, and now the choice becomes unavoidable. One path leads deeper into density, into the old patterns of fear, distraction, and noise. The other path opens into ascension, the higher road of light, where silence and intention align you with Source. Most will not see the split. They will continue on autopilot, unaware that their choice to gossip, to complain, to lash out, has bound them to the lower road. But the chosen, the ones still listening now, will feel the gravity of this day. They will know it is sacred. Numerology confirms it. August 27th reduces to the number 9, the vibration of completion. 9 is the cycle closer, the karmic accountant. It clears the debts that cannot be carried forward. It demands endings, sometimes gentle, sometimes sudden. Do not fear if something ends today, whether a habit, a relationship, or a belief you thought you needed. The energy of 9 ensures it is only what no longer serves you. This is karmic settlement, a final balancing before the road divides. Vision is clear. Two earths shimmering, overlapping for a moment, then slowly drifting apart. On one, the air feels heavy, the colors muted, the people restless and reactive. On the other, the sky glows, the ground hums with life, and the souls walking there carry peace in their silence. Today, each soul makes its vow. Though no words are spoken, it is a vow written in frequency. Will you hold your silence, anchor your intention, and rise with the ascending earth? Or will you let fear, reaction, and broken silence pull you toward the heavier road? Understand. Chosen one, this is not a punishment. Both roads exist by divine design. Some souls need more time and density. Others are ready to step into the higher current. But if you are still here, you know which path is calling you, and the doorway to it is silence. For silence is not emptiness. It is the language of higher realms. In silence, your vow is heard. In silence, your contract is sealed. This is why one careless word today holds so much weight. To defend, to accuse, to break the quiet with anger is to plant your feet on the denser path. To breathe, to observe, to guard your frequency is to step onto the ascending road. The fork is invisible to the eye but unmistakable to the soul. So anchor yourself today. Ground your body into the earth. Place your hand on your heart. Feel the breath as your vow. Let your silence be intentional, not passive. Whisper within if you must. I choose ascension. I choose light. I choose silence. These are not just words. They are keys that lock you into the higher timeline. And remember, if you feel endings today, do not mourn them. Celebrate them. The closing of a cycle is proof that karma is complete, that the debts have been cleared. The road ahead is new, untouched, ready for your steps. 2 earths, 2 timelines, 2 choices, and you, standing in the silence, are choosing now. On August 28th, the portal closes. What began on the 22nd with the opening of the first seal now crystallizes under the Virgo New Moon. This is the sealing of contracts, the final moment when the energy of this sacred week solidifies into your destiny. From here forward, the choices you made in silence, the words you withheld, the intentions you held in your heart, all of it becomes law in the language of the cosmos. The Virgo moon does not bring chaos. It brings purification. It brings order. It takes the scattered fragments of your frequency and arranges them into a new blueprint, a destiny reordered by light. Virgo is the purifier, the sacred healer, the keeper of divine order. Under this new moon, your soul is washed clean of what cannot follow you. Every silence you held becomes a shield. Every intention becomes a seed. The portal does not close as punishment. It closes as protection, sealing what is meant for you so it cannot be stolen, diluted, or undone. This is the day you step into your womb of rebirth. It is not the end, it is the beginning of the next chapter. Tonight, honor the ritual. Keep it simple, for Virgo values purity. Light a single candle, no more, no less. Let its flame be the witness to your vow. On a small piece of paper, write one word only. This is your frequency word, the vibration you choose to carry into the next cycle. Perhaps it is peace, perhaps wealth, perhaps truth. Whatever it is, let it rise from silence, not from the mind. Once written, hold the paper to your lips. Seal it with your breath, the most sacred offering you can give. For breath is spirit, and with that breath, your word becomes alive. Then place it beneath the candle and let the flame sanctify it in light. As you do this, speak the affirmation that locks your vow into eternity. I do not collapse into noise. I rise in silence. Feel the power of those words. Noise has no claim on you now. Distraction cannot bind you. The world's chaos cannot drown you. You rise not by force, but by silence, by choosing the frequency of source over the frequency of fear. Remember, chosen one, what closes tonight is not your opportunity. It is your old cycle. What seals tonight is not limitation, it is protection. The womb closes so the seed can grow in safety. The silence you've guarded this week is now your shield for the years ahead. Do not think of this as an ending. It is gestation. It is preparation. It is rebirth. The Virgo New Moon holds you now like a mother, gathering your scattered fragments and whispering them into order. Trust this process. Trust that what you wrote, what you sealed, what you spoke into silence is enough. The universe has heard you. The contract is signed in light, and when you wake tomorrow, do not rush. Do not look for instant results. Seeds do not bloom overnight, but they do bloom. Walk gently. Guard your frequency. And remember, you are not here by chance. You are here because your soul is ready. The portal closes, the contracts seal, and you rise. Always in silence, always in light. Chosen ones, we have walked together through this sacred week, and now we stand at the threshold of closure. You have seen the seals open, the checkpoints arise, the shadows purge, the symptoms unfold, and the contracts seal. And through it all, one truth has echoed again and again. Silence is your shield. Every moment you held your tongue when you could have reacted, every time you chose breath over noise, every time you allowed stillness instead of defense, you were building your fortress of light. The symptoms you felt, whether in the body, the mind, or the heart, were not signs of weakness. They were proof of transformation. The dizziness, the dreams, the exhaustion, the aches, these were markers that your system was being recoded for a higher frequency. What once would have broken you only proves now that you are being rebuilt. Do not see discomfort as punishment. See it as a prophecy fulfilled in your very cells and your relationships. They were mirrors, not enemies. The sharp words, the misunderstandings, the betrayals. They were not attacks but reflections of the shadows leaving you. If you held the silence, if you breathed instead of reacted, then you allowed the purge to complete. What rose was never meant to stay. It surfaced only to dissolve, and you, in your strength, let it pass. Now, let us anchor this together. In the comments, I invite you to write the activation phrase, "Silence is my power." Do not underestimate this act. Every word you type becomes a seed in the collective field. When you affirm it publicly, you are not only claiming it for yourself, you are anchoring it for others who walk this path with you. Let the comments become a river of power, each voice strengthening the next. For those who feel the call, there is more. This was not the end. It was initiation. Deeper layers await. A members-only ritual has been prepared, one that will guide you through the intention grid, the breathwork sequence, and the sealing codes that lock this energy into your timeline with precision. If you have felt the truth of these words, if you have seen yourself reflected in this prophecy, then you know the journey does not stop here. But before we part for now, hear this prophetic closure, not from me, but from Source itself. Your silence is not absence. It is the womb of your rebirth. Hold fast. The dawn is closer than you think. Chosen one, the portal has closed, but your becoming has just begun. Stand tall in your silence. Guard it as sacred. For what is written now will carry you forward into a future brighter than anything you have yet imagined. And if you are still here, still listening, it is because you were meant to rise.